What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So this is my first YouTube video on my second channel called Lotion Shop. My main channel is Potion Shop for people who don't know, and I also stream on Twitch. So thank you for everybody who supports me. This video is about actually skill points. So I know a lot of people want to know, like, how many skill points do I need? What should be my target goal? And the correct answer is it's whatever you feel like you need. Some people feel like they need a lot. Some people feel like they need a little bit. And it also depends on their class, because some classes feel like they need more. So this is something you have to come to your own conclusion. But I'm going to give you some ideas to kind of help you, make the choice for yourself. So we've got Mystic here, and the Mystic has 623 skill points, and you can see here on the Awakening we have the majority of our skills, so we can do most of our abilities here, and we are completely viable with this with just 623, and this would be good enough to go to the majority of grind spots in the game. Now obviously you can see here we don't have all of our abilities fully spec'd up here. You can also look over here. We don't have our passives yet, so there's lots of things we can still do, but it's playable at 600. So that kind of gives you kind of a rough idea. Playable is around 600. Around 900 is where things start getting a little comfy, and then you almost by around like 1300, you almost have all the skills you need, including the passives. So anything over like 1300 tends to be a little, this whatever you want. So it depends on your class, though. So some classes need 1100, and other classes need 1500. So this is going to vary from class to class a little bit. But generally, just a rule of thumb is I say about 1300 is where it starts feeling good. Now the question comes is, hey, I need some skill points. How do I get them? Where do you go? So I have 4 grind spots for you today that you can go to. And with these grind spots, you can easily get your skill points up. Everyone obviously knows about Polyforest, so I'm going to try to give you some rotations at Polyforest. The reason Polyforest is so good is because they buffed the grind spot maybe a year and a half ago, and they doubled the respawn rate, and they also increased like the mobs that were here. They did a lot of changes, and with all those changes, they didn't change the skill points. So with the double respawn rate and with the other changes, it made Polyforest the best skill point spot in the game. Like, literally of anything in the entire game. It's kind of crazy, actually. So here there's actually 5 main rotations. I'm going to draw them on the map for you. All right. So the 5 rotations, one of them is going to be right here. This is called main rotation. This one is called cliff rotation. The Polyforest node itself is a rotation. Then in addition to this, there's 1 rotation here and 1 rotation here. So this is a total of 5 really, really solid rotations. If you are low gear score and you're having a really hard time killing Polyforest mobs, or you're low skill points having a hard time killing them, or low level, whatever reason there might be, there's 2 bad rotations that normally people don't do. But if you're struggling, these are more than enough of a rotation for people who are like just need something to kind of get their skill points up, and they're having a hard time getting a spot. So these 2 right here, ones that are filled in, these little areas over here, Weenie Cabin and Looting Cabin, are really, really good. So these are the 5 main rotations and the 2 baby rotations here at Polyforest. These are all really, really good. I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm going to show you really, really quick just how I would do a rotation here. So this is the bridge. So at the bridge, you can look at the bridge, and we're looking over here towards Weenie Cabin. To the right, there's a rotation, and to the left, there's a rotation. So we're in here. You're just looking to kill the mobs, go to the next pack, and it's just speed. That's all it comes down to, is speed. And you're looking to make a rotation out of this, just doing a circle. So obviously a lot of people know this, but for some very, very new players, this might help out. So you're going to go around the edge here, and wrap back around. And this goes down pretty far. So if you need to extend, you can extend down here. So that's it for Polyforest. The next spot is, I have 3 more spots for you guys for people who are looking for something other than Polyforest, because Polyforest may be filled up on your server. You know, I don't really know if Polyforce is filled up on your server or not. So if it is, the next best place is actually Mari Cave. Now, Mari Cave is not on the map as a grind spot, but it's basically an updated Hex Sanctuary is what they tried to do. And it actually is basically the same as Polyforest in every way, just with a little less skill points and a little less EXP. So this is, in my opinion, probably the second best skill point spot. I haven't really seen any hard test on this to prove this, but it is very good. When you're at Hex Sanctuary here, you're basically going to go to Wisp Chapel, look up towards this mountain here, towards Mari Cave. You're going to see an entrance that looks like this. This is what it looks like. And when you go up here to the top, it'll take you to the top of the mountain. And what you'll find up here is you'll find some tombstones. So the tombstones are located here on the map. They're located here, and there's some located over here on the side of the mountain as well. So you can basically go up and down here and try to find them. I think there's like 3 or 4 over here, and then there's like, I think 5 in this over here by Mari Cave node itself. So all you have to do is you have to go up to the gravestone, you hit it once, and then at this point is defend the gravestone. So you hit it once to activate it, and at this point, once it's activated, the mobs start spawning around you. So you see there's one of the mobs. These mobs will come and try to destroy the tombstone. When the tombstone dies, the encounter is over, and you'll have to find a new tombstone. So you can see we have more mobs, and the longer it goes, the more mobs that spawn. So eventually you'll get so many mobs you won't be able to keep up with it, and they will eventually kill it. Even with like crazy gear and stuff. So that kind of explains Mari Cave. And for some reason, if you're just looking for something different, you don't like Mari Cave or Polyforest, I have 2 more spots for you. If you're just looking for like an oddball spot, just for like, I think this is just for like notoriety's sake at this point, because these other spots are significantly worse than Mari Cave, and they're significantly worse than Polyforest. So I wouldn't recommend them, but there is something to keep note of, because if maybe they ever nerf Mari Cave or Polyforest, then you would need one of them. So this one is the one that people used to go to, and this is actually Soldier's Grave. So Soldier's Grave is another undead location. It's not very popular nowadays because the money's not really good, the EXP is not very good, so there's not really any reason to go here normally, unless you're doing a quest. A lot of people do this for the Awakening quest or a Succession quest. But the skill points here are actually pretty good. So if you're looking for something that's a little different, you can go here. And the only rotation that I'm aware of is the Soldier's Grave Cemetery on this side. It's not really big enough for 2 people, unless you're like carefully coordinating it. But that's not really an issue because there's no one hardly here. There are a lot of elites here, and the elites are worth killing because they have a very high chance of dropping the Forbidden Book. So if you are here farming for some cash, make sure you're killing the elites and rotating channels. The cooldowns on the elites, I believe, is 30 minutes or 45 minutes. I think it's 45 minutes on the elites. So you can rotate 3 to 4 channels and kill the elites on all the channels. Good way to boost your income here, even though it's not a crazy good income spot. And that actually ends up making the spot, I think, close to like 50 mil an hour, 50, 60 mil an hour, which is pretty good for a old school Medea grind spot. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight. And the last one I have for you is actually Crescents. Now, Crescents, back in the day, they wanted to make a harder version of Crescents. So the lore behind this is that the black spirits infused with the Crescent mobs here, and they actually became stronger with the black spirits energy, which is kind of like a cool theme, I guess. These are actually, almost no one knows about these anymore, I don't think, because they don't find them naturally. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the Crescent grind spot over here in the desert, and this is where they're located. They're located on this little mountain ridge here. And what you're looking for as your milestone, to like what you're looking for, so you can easily tell, this is your landmark. this landmark here, once you see this, you are going to basically go down here. And you're going up the side path. It's going to a long little track here. And you're just going to make right-hand turns the entire time. Because that's where we're headed. We're headed for that little patch up there. So you're going to fall over here on the side. And in the back, there'll be a little path that we can take to some stairs. The Mari Cave, I forgot to mention. Mari Cave, I think, is slightly harder. I think it's like a 180 AP spot compared to Polyforest. So they do hit pretty hard. So you need to have, I don't know, like maybe like 350, 360 DP, something like that. Nothing crazy, but something to keep in mind. It's a little harder in Polyforest. This place here, I'm not sure what the AP was, but I think you need like 200 something AP, and then DP would be like 280 maybe. So they are a little tougher than the regular Crescent mobs, something to keep in mind. And you see here, this is 301 AP, and even with 301 AP, they're still pretty tanky. Yeah, that is it for the 4 grind spots for skill points, chat. Hopefully this helps you guys out on like picking out where you want to grind for some skill points, if you want some diversity, or if you're looking for like what's the best spot, or looking for a rotation. Hopefully this helps you out. As far as I'm aware, none of the other spots in the game are crazy good for skill points. I've heard some rumors about Odalita and Hadum, but right now we don't really have any tests, and those spots are all really high AP spots, and by the time you need good skill points in order to grind there anyway. So I'll see you guys in the next video. See you so much. You can find me on Twitch or on YouTube. I'm at Potion Shop. Catch you in the next one.